Back here at home tonight, a big shakeup at Austin City Hall. Mayor Kirk Watson and city council members voting to fire Austin city manager today. They directed the next person taking that job to restart negotiations on a vital contract between the city and the Austin Police Union.
Today, Austin city leaders voted to shoot down an already agreed upon 4-year contract between the city and the Austin Police Association. They say they want to extend the current contract for a year instead.
KVUE's Ford Sanders joins us live from City Hall tonight to explain the push to slow this process down. Ford?
Yeah, Quita, Brian. Well, some city council members say they want to wait on a 4-year contract with the police until the May elections, when voters will actually get the chance to vote on a specific police oversight measure. Now, some city leaders say, though, that 4-year contract took over a year to negotiate, so any time left on the table could create some insecurity for APD officers.
I felt that we just threw away $530,000 all for naught.
After Austin City Council voted to restart negotiations for a 1-year police contract extension, Councilmember Mackenzie Kelly says starting over is a waste of taxpayer dollars and time the city doesn't have.
It should have come to council for approval on February 23rd. Now we go back to the drawing board with new direction for a 1-year contract that has not been negotiated. I highly suspect that we will not be able to negotiate that, given the previous timeline of it taking a year.
The city manager and police leadership said the 4-year deal included things like adding hundreds of officers, securing benefits, and increasing police oversight. But councilmember Zoe Caudry says a long-term deal being decided on now could conflict with the police oversight measure that voters will get to weigh in on in May.
I'm excited and thankful that voices will be heard from the community.
And he says a 1-year extension will allow for anything voters approve to be a part of a long-term deal.
My hope is that both sides act for the best for the community, and then we're able to extend it for a year before we then hopefully go back to the negotiating table and get something longer for our officers.
The police union president has already signaled they won't go for a 1-year deal.
The APA is not going to negotiate against ourselves and go negotiate a 1-year deal at the same time that we're going to go finish negotiating a 4-year deal.
And with the current contract running out on March 31st, Kelly says this shows a lack of support for officers.
It's not necessarily feasible to try and recruit and retain officers when you only have a 1-year contract. We will have officers who start a cadet academy, and by the time they're finished, the contract will be up. And what kind of signal does that send to their families?
And the oversight measure that Councilmember Caudry is talking about is the Austin Police Oversight Act. Now, that was put up by the political action group Equity Action. Now, a second measure with that same name is also going to be on the May ballot. Now, that one was circulated by a group called VOPA, or the Voters for Oversight and Police Accountability. But we did look into this, and it is almost entirely funded by the police union. So in May, it's going to be really important that you look at the language of each of those and make sure that when you're voting on the one that you intended to vote for. Quita, Brian.
Our Ford Sanders live at City Hall for us tonight. Ford, thank you.